Okay, so we got Ross Rants robot jobs from Accursed Farms. So this dude is the super promoter for the whole Stop Killing Games thing. And I only learned about this channel like, I don't know, a month or two ago. But a couple videos earlier, it's all he's been doing is just coming out with the Stop Killing Games videos. But I think this is his normal content. So I just want to see this because I think he's getting tired of the Stop Killing Games bullshit. Understandably.
Hey there! Have you ever wanted to be a robot?
Kind of like General Grievous, or like maybe not a whole robot, maybe like a cyborg, like Cyberpunk, something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yes? Not really? Well, it doesn't matter because you're not a robot. And
Dang
that's
it.
the problem. Now, you might be thinking, whoa, wait a minute, Ross. What if I'm a cyborg?
Yeah.
Well, no, still not good enough.
Oh,
This applies
what? I gotta be a whole ass robot? What the fuck?
to you too. Okay, a lot of this video ties into another one called Humans Need Not Apply. That video discusses how robots are coming
Oh
to take
shit.
all your jobs.
Yep.
We're not there yet, but self-driving cars are starting to look good enough to take trucking jobs in the future.
Yep.
Fast food jobs. I don't understand
Yep. Flippy, the hamburger flipping robot, will not set shit on fire. This dude will.
why fast food jobs weren't replaced by robots 10 years ago. I've worked as a kitchen steward before. Fast food generally requires no thought, just misery.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah. And I don't know if Ross ever had like a fast food job before. I don't know if I think I had the one fast food job I had. I don't know if you could consider it fast food, maybe, but I used to work at Cece's Pizza for like 2 or 3 years. And this was like in the heyday of like Call of Duty. So like all the people that worked there also played Call of Duty, and it was just cool. But yeah, eventually the job got to me. The job got to me, and I just had to quit. But yeah, Stacey's Pizza was like that buffet pizza style restaurant where you could just like order whatever the fuck you want if you didn't like the 15 pizzas that were out there.
kitchen was tooled right, you would not need cooks to make assembly line burgers. All you would need is one guy just feeding in the ingredients.
Yeah.
It would be like that Pee Wee Herman breakfast machine. And that was back in
Oh, this was wasn't there was a scene on this as well from like Honey I Shrunk the Kids too. I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, but that also was a thing.
85. We can surely do better now. The point is, this is only going to continue for any field of work where robots make sense. Any job that a programmer can explain how to do as a series of instructions is at risk of being replaced by robots.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised at how many jobs that is. That's a lot of jobs.
Business Insider is predicting 30% of jobs will be replaced by robots. Merrill Lynch is saying almost half. Now, if we were smart about how we did things, this would be great news. Because most of these jobs either suck or else they start to suck once you have to do them 8 hours or more a day.
Yes.
So if you work at an awful job, robots should free up your time for other things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
No.
Did you know in the 1930s, economist John Maynard Keynes predicted in the future technology would advance so much that our productivity would go through the roof, and we would all have so much free time we wouldn't know what to do with it.
Oh, yes, I would. You bet your ass I would.
He was predicting a 15-hour work week, saying we would be only too glad to have small duties and tasks and routines. Well, he wasn't completely wrong. Our productivity has gotten great since then.
Oh, yeah. The productivity has gone up so much. Surely the wage, the minimum wage has gone up an equal amount, right? Surely it has. No?
Growing the food we need, we're producing enough raw materials, the products we need are getting made, except whoops, we're getting paid about the same as we were 40 years ago.
Oh, god damn it. Why'd I have to be born now? This fucking sucks. Productivity and average real earnings. Dang, major sector productivity. Ooh, that's a big upright looking graph. And then this red one, this red line, ooh, this is not looking so good. This looks bad.
Despite all this extra prosperity. So much for that 15-hour work week. Just because technology can solve our problems doesn't mean we're going to let that happen.
Yep.
In other words, this is not an inspirational episode of Star Trek.
Nope.
So this
It's like the opposite. This is this is like impending despair.
is kind of a huge problem. If that one prediction is right, 50% unemployment is unheard of. We would be heading into uncharted territory. Although this does mean if your parents or your spouse is giving you a hard time about not having a job, just tell them it's because you're not a robot. Then stomp off and slam the door. That should make them feel better.
Yeah.
Now, some people will say, we've been here before. The Industrial Revolution uprooted all kinds of jobs, as did computers later, as did the internet.
Yeah.
We mostly...
I mean, this has been true for like every new generation of technology. Back in the day, you had people drawing pictures on stone. And then after drawing pictures on stone, we could draw pictures on paper. And then after that, we invented the newspaper printing press. And then after that, we started making books. And then after that, what did we have? Did we have like the internet after books? No, we had like the radio. And then after that, we had TV. And then, or no, the phone was in there somewhere. The phone was in there. It's probably after the radio. It probably went like radio and then phone and then computer and then internet. And now we are here. That's probably how it went. So anytime I hear like some old person bitching complaining about some like, oh, your generation's lazy type shit, it's like, I just like hand wave them. Like they're so stupid.
Adapted and came up with new ways of earning income. Because in all those cases, they eliminated old jobs, but they opened up opportunities to create new ones. Well, that's not really the case this time, for two reasons. First, the whole point of having robots is to replace workers.
Yeah.
Robots will work 24 hours a day for free, will do exactly what you tell them to, and have no rights. They're the perfect employees.
Yeah.
They don't even have to.
They don't unionize. They don't fuck up. They don't show up to the job high or drunk or whatever. They do your standing operating procedures, standing operating guidelines, whatever. Yep.
Be better at your job than you are. They just have to be cheaper and good enough. Humans need not apply.
Well, it's cheaper in the sense that as long as this robot is around, over a course of time, probably like 5 or 10 years, it will overall be cheaper. Initially, each individual unit of a robot will probably not be a cheap. This thing's probably going to cost like how much? 30, 40, 50K or something per robot. And then it's going to pay for itself over a long amount of time.
It makes the comparison between automobiles and horses. If you go downtown into the city today, how many horses do you see?
None.
10, 20,000? No? That's because automobiles really did replace horses. And now the only times you see an actual horse are for niche uses. Now humans need not apply makes it sound like every job will be taken over by robots. Oh my God, they can draw! No one will have a job! Ah! Look, robots aren't going to replace every job.
They'll just replace most of them.
I don't think they're going to replace, say, artists anytime soon.
What? Nah, you got a joke coming up.
But you know what? The term starving artist is a lot older than robots are. But
yeah, they are. Yes, they will replace artists. Anything drawn, anything movie, show related, anything like voice, sound related, they can mimic it perfectly. And all it takes is a competent prompt engineer to just make something. And then voila. It's going to replace music. It's going to replace visual stuff. It will.
People might still be saying this is just a transition. We'll invent new jobs. Okay, fine. For every 10 jobs we lose, we gained 1 designing or maintaining the robots.
Yeah.
That's good, right? Math?
No.
Now you might be thinking, what about other jobs? People can retrain and fill in other occupations, and there's some truth to that. Right now, we're low on skilled blue-collar workers.
Yeah, because nobody wants to do that shit. Nobody's trying to peddle to their like kids, oh, go be an engineer, or go be an electrician, go be a plumber, go be like a construction worker, go be a police officer, go be a firefighter, go be like EMS bro. All right. People get into those jobs because they're desperate and they just want to choose it for the most part, like because it's like a job. It's like I need a job. All right. Maybe there's like a couple people where it's like a generational thing, like, oh, my dad was this, my granddad was this, my great granddad. Like there's probably a couple people like that, but like that's not the majority.
We need more of them, but not nearly as many as the jobs we're gonna lose. Also, this may surprise you, but guys, not everyone who works at McDonald's is a philosopher king in hiding, waiting to burst out into a more meaningful career. It could be that flipping burgers and getting stoned each night might be the apex for them.
Yeah.
And that brings me to the second reason this situation is.
And don't let that confuse you, because there are tons of people with boatloads of money that also do that same thing. And that's the apex for them. Okay, don't get it confused.
Different. Again, some people are convinced that there's going to be all these magical new jobs because robots are taking all the old ones. Well, if that's true, then what about right now? Our current employment situation is not great. Look up real unemployment rates sometime if you want to know more about that.
Oh, real unemployment rate. Let me see. Real quick. Real unemployment rate. Just raw. Doing it raw. A real unemployment, which is often refers to broader measures like U6 rate, is higher than the official U.S. unemployment rate, U3. Official U3 rate is around 4.2%. However, the U6 rate, which includes those marginally attached to the labor force, and those working part-time for economic reasons, is significantly higher, with some estimates reaching 24.3%. Oh my God. Bro, I thought it was just going to be like double. Bro, this is like 6x. 24% real unemployment rate? Holy shit. Estimating. This is an estimate. It's not actual, it's estimate. According to the Ludwig Institution for Shared Economic Prosperity. Whew. 1 out of 4 people ain't doing shit.
We currently have not recovered job-wise since the start of the recession.
Yeah.
And the new jobs we have got are paying less. And this trend
Yeah, they
is
are
showing up all over the place. The number of people who are self-employed is increasing because it's cheaper for companies to pay people for individual jobs instead of actually hiring them and having to pay benefits, insurance, and so on. And aside from increased competition against each other, a lot of jobs now have to compete against sweatshop labor in places that don't have the same labor laws as we do, so they can get paid for peanuts. And we're trying our best to make this situation even worse. We already don't have enough jobs that pay enough, and the robots have barely gotten started. So this is going to be bad. However, I'm going to say something controversial that goes against the wisdom of the internet, okay?
Oh.
While we have plenty to worry about, we do not need to worry about robots becoming self-aware and overthrowing humanity.
Probably anytime soon. That could be an issue like way later. but I don't think it's gonna happen in my lifetime.
It's just not gonna happen.
I mean, it could. Didn't you see iRobot or Terminator, dude?
I feel like I have an uphill battle saying this, since some very intelligent people like Bill Gates, Stephen Hawking, and Elon Musk seem to think otherwise. Elon Musk,
Yeah, they saw Terminator. They saw iRobot. They know what's up.
in particular, seems really worried about this. I don't know what to say.
Oh, they actually used Terminator as a reference in the movie Terminator. They didn't expect, some sort of Terminator-like outcome.
Being a rich tech entrepreneur might do things to your brain.
Potentially more dangerous than nukes. With AI, we are summoning the demon. It is sort of like the Monty Python thing. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
That might explain why tech startups are being funded to transfer your consciousness into a machine.
Okay, but like, what is your consciousness? What? This is like some made up bullshit. Like, wait, this was made in 2015. This is 100% made up some bullshit. The startup aims to transfer consciousness into artificial bodies so they can live. That's a scam. That's bullshit.
Guys, let me try to break it down. We still don't understand the brain that well. In fact, there's a line from the movie Amélie that sort of hints at the problem.
Meanwhile, on a bench in Villette Square, Felix the Bear, whatever, learns there are more links in his brain than atoms in the universe. Ooh.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not, because for all we know, the universe could be infinite. And hey, you can't beat infinity.
Yeah.
But it does give you a clue.
You do infinity plus one.
As to how complex the brain is. Computers are really good at recognizing patterns and carrying out instructions based on those patterns. And we have made enormous leaps in AI over the past few decades, but there are limits. The analogy I like to make is human flight. A little over a century ago, the Wright brothers had the first motorized flight. Next thing you know, we had jetliners, then space shuttles, until we landed on the moon. The moon.
On the bottom rung of the ladder.
That is if you believe we landed on the moon.
Just one more step and I abso-fucking-lutely am standing on the surface of the fucking moon. Jesus H. Christ in a chicken basket.
And that was almost 50 years ago. So surely by now we've explored 2 or 3 star systems, right? No? Is that because once you get past a certain point, there are really enormous barriers to progress and we have to contend with reality? AI is the same way.
Oh, shit.
And if you think I'm wrong, I don't want to hear your argument. I want to hear this AI consciousness speak for itself. Because it won't.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying an
So
AI
far.
can't ruin your life. It totally can. Hell, that's what this video is about.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a ton of people that are already trying to marry their little AI girlfriends, no?
After all, it can charge you $2.1 million for your phone bill.
Oh,
Cause an
shit.
investment firm to lose $100 million in one day because they're not
Spreadsheet mistakes cost Tibco shareholders $100 million. Dang.
paying attention. I do not think we should turn nuclear missile control over to an AI, no matter how good it is.
Yeah.
I think that would be a bad idea. Just don't worry about
Is that what people are talking about doing? Turning over nuke control to the AIs? I mean, yeah, they're like okay right now, but like, don't they still like hallucinate and shit?
it becoming self-aware. Maybe in a few hundred years, but not in your lifetime. Doesn't mean we can't make some kick-ass movies on the concept in the meantime.
Yeah.
So don't fear robots, guys. They're not really the problem. It's us screwing ourselves.
Yeah.
They're just the tools. But they do mean we need to figure something out.
Yeah.
I don't know what
If you're going to take all my damn jobs, give me some universal basic income, bitch.
the answer is. I've heard some talk about a guaranteed basic income, where
Thank
everybody
you.
gets paid tax money just for being a citizen. That might work. Although that one's tricky, because let's face it, most of us know some
I mean, fucking taxes are tricky, but somehow there's like 100 people in the world that are figuring it out to benefit them. So how much more tricky can doing UBI for like everybody in America be? Okay, we can figure that shit out.
Someone, if they don't have something to occupy their time, they're going to end up in prison. Another idea I've heard is guaranteed jobs provided by the government. Wouldn't it be nice to have the option of quitting your job anytime you felt like it, knowing you could always go pick up trash or do roadside construction and still be okay?
Maybe, but nobody wants to be a construction worker or go pick up garbage.
Okay. And hey, if we're taking care of all the infrastructure and there
Maybe.
still aren't enough jobs, then obviously the next step will be to build a gigantic interstellar spaceship with its own contained ecosystem and send it off to the nearest star system.
Like Halo, right? Exactly like Halo.
That would keep us busy. There's probably more solutions. The point is, we need to do something. Or not. We could always just ignore the problem and hope it goes away.
See how that goes, right? Yeah. I mean, that's usually what tends to happen in human history, right? It's not a problem until it's a problem.
That works out. I've heard the question before, what sci-fi story do you think the future will be the most like?
Oh.
Well, my answer will be the movie Soylent Green.
What?
In that, the ecosystem is falling apart, there's huge unemployment, lots of hunger, the rich live in their own separate world, the police are mostly doing riot control and take...
Yeah, when's Hollywood gonna remake this one? We're getting all these like remakes and shit from Hollywood. When's Hollywood gonna remake this movie? Right? Because I've heard a lot of times back in like a year ago that the ultimate outcome was like something like Idiocracy.
all the spoils they find. I think it's certainly an achievable future. Now, call me an optimist, but I do not think we will actually have state-sponsored cannibalism. I have a little more faith than that. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't do something. So, yeah. Robots.
Woohoo. Oh, man. This is a cool little video. This was like a nice break from all the Stop Killing Games bullshit. This is just nice. Oh, man. This is that old school YouTube vibe, dude. This is baller. Oh, man. Is there more?
Hello, Ross.
Oh.
My name is Dr. Spatzel. I am here to help you. Say whatever is in your mind freely. Our conversation will be kept in strict confidence. Memory contents will be wiped off after you leave. So, tell me about your problems.
Newman's World.
Oh, get out of here, wow.
Thought.
Oh, that was funny. Oh, this is a good conversation piece. This is pretty cool. I like this. I hope he does more. But yeah, good stuff, man. Keep it up. And I appreciate everything you're doing with like Stop Killing Games and all that shit for sure, man. And this is a fun little thing too. So yeah, hopefully I can see more stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace.